seen anything like that. No good. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. Do you believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk sports and other stuff like springtime. Yeah, it's great and all, but somehow it's allergy season again? Oh, you've got to be pawing my leg. You've got to be pawing my leg. Anyway, I'm Bobby Tamburro, and here's the host, the star of the program, the one and only Mr. Eastside, Dave McDonald.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. And I would have said more like, you've got to be pollen my leg. You've got to be pollen. Spring allergy season again?
Again.
You got to be pollen my leg.
See, I feel like I nailed the setup. It's again, but then I really blew the paw in my leg.
Yeah. And I was noticing our very special guest today, and we're going to introduce him right up front.
Oh,
The wonderful, the piece of garbage, the delightful,
what?
The fantastic, the
Bang, bang.
scumbaggish, the really transcendent and wonderful human being, Chris Pepper Stanley.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on this spring day.
Did you like
May
his
the
pollen?
4th be with you, right, guys?
Did you like his pollen joke? I felt like I was looking at you, not me. And I was looking to see Chris Pepper Stanley's reaction on Robert's little allergy season again. You've got to be pollen my leg. And I saw nothing from you.
Well, because he said I'll be pollen your leg instead of pollen. You know what I mean? He
Jesus
said
fucking
pollen.
Christ. You were saying pollen like it's a goddamn
That's what I heard.
Jake
I could be wrong.
Paul? So you made this into the Logan Paul, Jake Paul fucking podcast where we're all pulling each other's goddamn legs. And that's why Chris Pepper Stanley didn't even give you a snicker, Robert. Forget about a laugh. I was looking for a snicker.
Brought to you by Prime.
Do you guys like Prime? Because I fucking drink 7 bottles of it a day.
Do you?
Yeah, man. I fucking love Prime, man. All the flavors.
You might know this story. I don't know if I've shared it with you. I never drink energy drinks because the one time I decided to have a Red Bull was before the Ron and Fez show on 2007. I had a particularly fantastic show. I'm not kidding. I was fucking dynamite.
On fire.
The next day, I decided, well, if I was fucking that good drinking the one Red Bull, I'll be twice as good if I drink 2 Red Bulls.
Uh-huh.
I had then the worst show where Ron was like, what is wrong with you today? You can't concentrate on any sentence that's like more than 5 words long.
That happened most days, though, despite without the Red Bull.
I know. You're right. I mean, that's just the natural ADD, ADHD. Yeah. But think of Davey Mac then, ADD boy, on 2 Red Bulls. Oh, my God. I was darting all over the place. I couldn't fucking... No.
Bro, you should have been on Adderall, dog. Those 30 milligram instant releases. You can't crush up the fucking extended release.
I was supposed to be on all that stuff, but I just decided I didn't want to,
Did you ever get a scripty for some Eddie?
Yeah, but it none of that shit works. It doesn't. It's just got
sell it. Then our money problems are solved.
If you just take a 30 milligram Adderall, just see how you feel.
Okay, well, I don't have any like fucking drugs around.
I see all these pussies on Twitter. It's like, oh, I'm gonna pop a 5 milligram Adderall and a 3 milligram Zyn, and I'm gonna lock in. And it's like, whatever, dude. Like, fucking the Zyn does nothing for me. It's really weird.
Okay. Now, Chris Pepper Stanley, of course, represent. We should promote. You should promote. I thought you would promote, but I should promote. Actually, I am the host. And he is here from High Society Radio, his podcast. And he's also here representing the Bennington show on SiriusXM Satellite Radio.
Faction Talk 103.
Now, are you aware that we do, Robert and I do a retrospective show that I ripped off from all these great wrestling podcasts? And I said, oh, that shit would work for the Dave Man. Something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, where they go back and they look at Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels in 1996. Let's revisit that moment and talk about it, right?
Okay.
Robert and I do Tales from Satellite, where we discuss the 10 years of SiriusXM. We'll, obviously Ron Fez, O&A, stuff like that. When we discuss them, we're usually very glowing. Well, I will say this. I've only been complimentary to Ron and Fez. Robert, be fair. I would say 85 to 90% complimentary to Chris, right?
I would say that might be underestimating. I'd say like almost 95% of the time.
All right, 95.
How about Earl? How are you to Earl? Complimentary?
So I'm 95% with Chris, and I'm 100% with Ron and Fez. So
I dodged my question, Dave.
Well, okay. As we do these shows, sometimes I realize I have plenty of reason. He fucking on day 2 of my job, he threw me under the bus and taped over the goddamn Opie and Anthony Grammy Awards in their office by watching the fucking Yankees, and then let me take the heat for it when it was 100% him.
I think he took full responsibility for his team in that, Dave. Isn't that what he said?
Didn't.
He said, I take full responsibility because I'm the leader of my team.
Oh, yeah. Dude, first they roast him for like 2 hours straight. And then finally he goes, I take full responsibility, completely inferring that like it was a member of his team. You can't take responsibility for doing something. You did it.
Here's something he took responsibility for. I think last like school semester for our last 2 interns ago. He said he was the one who picked me to be an intern on
Chris.
Dave.
You worked with me. You You worked. First, you were my ear. First, you were my little goddamn intern. My little sack of shit. The point being, you saw who did the interns, right? When you were an intern, you saw who led the interns.
I said I never even talked to you before my internship.
But you saw who was running the interns. It was me. First of all, this is a true story. Were you not 20 minutes late to your fucking thing?
No, I was on time, but I did my interview with you. But Earl had never got an intern. And like he just hired, like he just picked me last second to like do an interview. And then my first day, he had me come in on a day off for the show. I showed up on Martin Luther King Day. He was at the studio for some reason, even though no shows were going on at 57th Street. And then it was like, oh, the show's not on.
He was at the studio because he didn't like to pay a JCP&L bill. He didn't like to pay for the Yes Network on cable television. So he enjoyed using the computer and the TVs and the goddamn amenities of a highly functioning radio studio because he's a cheapskate. Now, I'm not here to bash Earl. I want to talk about the NFL draft. You were brought here. I'm just trying to make you aware that Tales from Satellite's a hit show, and we're very complimentary to many, many of the people.
Well, where can people see it?
Patreon.com/Eastside Dave. I forgot.
You go. All right, there you go.
Now, the other thing, Chris, before we get into the draft, I did not have time to take a shower today.
Me neither.
Now,
it's noon.
I mean, that's status quo for you. For the Dave man, for me, I always take showers before a show, whether it's DMSP, Yaddle Chattel, my Star Wars podcast I brought back because Andor season 2 is going on, Tales from Satellite. I don't give a shit. If I'm doing a show, I like to be nice and clean and showered. And now I'm not showered, and I hate the hair today. So I'm going to ask you, before we go into NFL draft talk, if one of these hats would be good for me.
So we're having a fashion show before we talk about the sports. At 11 minutes in.
Now, do you like this hat, Chris? This is a Freddy Krueger hat, but it could also work as like a Blues Brothers, you know? You know, like I got we got a half a tank of gas, a full pack of cigarettes at 1,000 miles to Chicago. Hit it, you know, that kind of thing. You like that?
Now I'm familiar, yeah.
Or I could be kind of Jewish, too. The more I look at it, like Yosemite, Yosemite, Yahweh. Now, do you like this one, Chris? This is my Indiana Jones hat.
It's classic. Uh-huh. I'm familiar with the movie, yeah.
Hey, Chris. So what do you think of that NFL draft? I think you'd be just staring at like the top of the hat, though, because of the brim.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you think Indiana Jones watched the draft back in the 30s and 40s and shit?
Did Indiana Jones watch the NFL draft? No, I don't. Sonny's going nuts. Chris.
Another question. So
Yeah.
I love your dogs.
Enzo's over there, too. There he is.
Enzo looks great.
He just sits right behind me like the good boy that he is. He doesn't even make a fuss. He loves the show. He's watching you right now, dog.
He's a good boy.
All right, so that hat you liked?
Yeah, I like that one too.
Now that's my Indiana Jones hat, Chris. This is what I call my Ireland Jones hat. This is more, let's have a pint and a shot.
That's good too.
When I was 14 years old, I actually made a movie called Ireland Jones, where I did an Ireland Jones parody and used this hat, the hole with the door coming down and everything on the garage door. It was fucking great. And then I asked my mom, where are those tapes? I got a couple of them, Chris, but I don't have my fucking movies. I got my graduation and I got my student speech that won me.
These are both so good.
Dave, I got to be honest. Ireland Jones isn't it.
You like that hat best?
No. I like that hat the least. That looks like a drag queen. Like you're about to strip and be with some Peter Pan theme.
This hat?
No, the one before. We should retire Ireland Jones. It's probably good those tapes are gone because it could be criminal.
All right. So now, none of those hats. Which one? Which one should I go with for now?
Brian says the brown hat makes you look like Barbara Streisand, so maybe we roll that one out.
I like Indiana Jones.
What about this though, Chris? Now I'm in like the fucking Chris, I'm in the Dropkick Murphys now. You know, for Boston, I'll sing all out this bread.
Jeff Bezos should buy the Dropkick Murphys and just use that song saying we're shipping up to X city and then just make, you know what I mean?
I like that. Shipping up to Orlando.
Yeah. Whoa, 2 days on Prime. Whoa. Oh, this is so great. Now I want to sign up for Prime because I haven't.
Hold on. I just remembered. Robert, I don't know if you could Google this. I don't know if it's available. Do you remember going to the Dropkick Murphys after we went to 2 Christmas parties?
Yes.
There was a SiriusXM Christmas party, then the Writers Christmas party.
I remember.
And then we went to Dropkick Murphys. I've never been so shit-faced in my life. And
then you crashed in my house. And then we went and did Ron. Then we went to work the next day.
Oh, that's right. And I swear to God, that picture is available of me, you, and the lead singer, Ken, from Dropkick Murphys. And if you look at our faces, there's nobody home. It's like fucking Mick Foley getting thrown off the top of the hell of the cell.
We threw ourselves off the cell like 3 or 4 times. We kept climbing up to the cell to jump.
We threw down. That's what we did, dogs. If you can't find it, don't worry, Robert. I actually myself have a hard time finding it, but it's there. I think I posted it like on Twitter. I go, remember this from Dave Pepper and the fucking Ken from Dropkicks, blah, blah, blah. So maybe Twitter, but anyway, it's not a big deal. All right, I want to talk about draft now. You're right. Let's stop dilly-dallying because this is
a lot of dillying and dallying going on here.
This is very important. Peppy, I watch more draft coverage this year than in my entire life. Here's Enzo wants to say hello real quick.
Hey, Enzo, what up? You're a good guy.
But I watch more draft coverage this year in my entire life. Now, my son, I'll be honest, Stanley Mac is the draft king.
Oh, nice.
And we're trying to get that monetized and become a gambling website.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. We thought, you know what, Stanley Mac, the Draft King, and then we'll do like a fun app and people can gamble, call it Draft Kings, maybe. I'm working on the name.
Maybe work on that.
You know what? If they do that, Chris, you should come up with something where you give your locks of the week and people can pick your picks and bet on.
Maybe I'll call it like Lockville or something, or
make it more small.
Well, Ville is too
Lock
small.
Hamlet. That's it.
Oh, I actually like that a lot.
No, hold on. The cul-de-sac of locks.
So I watch so much coverage. Number one,
What?
Before we get into the heavy shit, and we got some heavy duty shit.
Hold up. Before we even get to draft day.
Okay.
Were you mocking? Because I love when I go to like ESPN and I go on Twitter and everyone has their mock draft, son. I fucking love a mock draft. It's like, oh, let me see your big board, dude. Oh, you think the Raiders are going to trade up? Oh, you were right, baby.
I did not conduct any mock drafts, but Stanley Mac does.
Oh, he does? Oh, that's great.
He'll simulate the Super Bowl before it begins. He does.
I love that.
He simulates the WrestleMania.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And then
I would do that shit too. Like I would play like back like in the day, like NFL Blitz. Remember NFL Blitz?
Yeah.
I would like simulate the Super Bowl on NFL Blitz.
That's what he does. That's what
great.
And I gotta be honest, the goddamn Madden is like, it's pretty on. He's like, okay, it's gonna be 34-31 Chiefs, and the Chiefs end up winning 32-30 or something.
Sure.
You know what's awesome about being a Browns fan?
What?
I never have to do a mock draft. Our draft picks get mocked regardless.
All right. But before we get to the Browns, Adam Schefter, when I tune in night one, let's go, Daddy. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what's going on. Let me see my little Shefty, my little 5'2" diminutive Adam Schefter. Small little man. Have you ever seen him in real life?
Yeah, he's a tiny bro.
Holy fuck, that's a tiny person. Hornswoggle is a little bit bigger than Adam Schefter. And I want to show you picture number one, Chris. And I had an issue with this, and I took to Twitter. I took to a public forum to admonish Mr. Schefter because, Chris.
Why?
On ESPN, it's very fashionable for guys to either they have some crazy ass, $10,000 suit like they're fucking Ric Flair.
Hell yeah.
Or I notice a lot of the former players, NBA and NFL especially, like to wear a hoodie under a sports coat.
It's like the Mark fucking Zuckerberg Silicon Valley look, kind of.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
like in the 2000s, not now.
Exactly. And Dan Orlovsky, for instance, he's that airhead, the Detroit Lions.
I know Orlovsky, dude.
Well, it's just amazing that people think Dan Orlovsky is some sort of football wizard when he's a brain-dead moron who is, with all due respect, begun to talk a little black lately.
He could talk however he wants.
Nobody's like, yo, I'm Dan Orlovsky. Yo, what's up, Marcellus? You're like, dude, look at you. You look like a fucking jar of mayo. Relax.
I'll eat him up then.
Look at Adam Schefter. I had to admonish him, Chris, because here's the deal. You can't do them both. You got the sports coat on. You got to go either the hoodie or the tie. Once you go fucking hoodie and tie, you're a goddamn nerd, Adam Schefter.
This is what's happening, Dave.
He looks like he's on his way to elementary school for 5th grade class pictures. Like, mommy got me this suit. I'm ready to take my picture.
Mommy, give me hoodie. That's what he said. Yummy, mommy.
He looks like a schoolboy.
But this is what he's doing, dude. Look, this guy's a fucking Twitter freak, right? He's a fuck freak. And he wants engagement. Like he straight up, he knew, he was like, oh, it'd be great. It'd go viral if I put a fucking hoodie on over my stupid dyed shirt underneath the fucking thing. Like he's just engagement farming. It's all these assholes do. It's all fucking ESPN has. Fuck.
So you think he legitimately did this on purpose to troll us?
Yes.
Because it did. I'll tell you, it worked.
He thinks it's a troll. But he's so fucking corny. It was a self-goal, son. He was fucking a self-goal to himself.
He absolutely did this on
After I
purpose.
admonished Adam Schefter for night one, and it was a tweet that the last time I got checked, it got upwards of 26 likes.
Those are fucking big boy numbers.
And so I would like you to show picture number 2. After I took to a public forum to admonish Mr. Schefter, look who listened to the Dave Man. I said Shefty. I says to him, Shefty, you got either the tie or the hoodie underneath the sports coat. Not both. One or the other, bro. Let's go. Get it together. And the next day, no tie, and now he's much more presentable. This is a guy I can get NFL scoops from.
This looks like a former NFL player or a tough guy who's associated with the league. If you go back,
he actually does. He compare both, like that's like a little tiny. I don't know.
This isn't even the worst fucking thing he's done. Remember when he?
What?
I'm sorry, I'm fucking feel like shit.
Oh. What do you mean? You feel like
sick.
shit? You've been
sick.
Drinking?
No, man. It's the fucking weather changing every other day. Remember when he took his shirt off and put the Kirk Cousins chain on and danced around?
Yes.
That was like a humiliation ritual or something. I don't know what the fuck was going on. That was very like out of nowhere. It's like, oh, why is Schefter trying to like get fucking internet clout for being an idiot?
That was so weird. It was like I felt like we were watching a midlife crisis right in front of our very eyes. He's doing shirtless activities on ESPN. It didn't make sense. You wouldn't be seeing Chris Mortensen do something like that. I'll tell you that much right now.
Wilbon? No.
He matched his blazer stripes to the fucking hoodie color. Like
I know everything about this outfit
about
bothers me. He looks like a little Harry Potter character. Like, dude, get on your fucking broomstick and fly the hell out of here. Get me a goddamn NFL reporter because this doesn't work for the Dave man. I'm just being honest.
It reminds me of the early 2000s where guys would spend hours on their hair trying to make it look like that just out of bed look. Like they'd put the gel in and
like
then
me.
float.
Yeah, like me.
Like
No,
me.
your guys is natural. It looks good.
Well,
You think it's natural, don't you?
Hey, Robert, why'd you put on screen some guys like fuck David Pepper? Robert puts fun messages on the screen and then he takes them down in 0.1 seconds. And I'm like, is he trying to play mind games?
Just put negative messages and just fill the entire screen and just
You
bring
and
our audio down.
You and Chris are a horrible mix. But fucking, I understand Rod now. Do you see? Hey, Brian, Chris is very sensitive and he's sick. And first of all, Brian, go fuck yourself.
That was Ron Bennington under a burner account posting that.
We are the mix. We are the original mix in terms of sports podcasting. No one beat DMSP back in 2010 and up until the current regime.
We call ourselves a check mix. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Mix.
Maybe people just tune in and you know what happened is social media and the internet has created a godlike complex in all of us. So everyone thinks they're their own little fucking king of the universe and they have to comment on every little fucking thing. And then sometimes people have had their head up their ass for 5 years. They see Dave Man and Pepperman fucking dominating on the goddamn microphone. They're like, who are these two guys? Well, fuck you. Maybe you should do a little goddamn research and look into it.
Hey, if you don't want to watch two men have a hat fashion show, you can go to hell.
That's number one.
I think Brian wanted to point out he's a fan. You guys just went down a rabbit hole of bad takes together.
Oh, Brian, I take back everything I said.
Yeah, he actually really likes you guys.
Brian, I take back everything that you say. And in fact, Brian, Robert, get Brian's goddamn address. You know what Brian just fucking did?
Are you going to
Got yourself a goddamn fucking poster, bro. That's what you did. A King of Kong poster, and I'm sending one to Coke Logic this week. Coke Logic asked for a poster. So Brian gets one. Get his address somehow off the air, Robert. I don't know how he's going to do that.
I told him to DM me or you.
Give him an email or something. Give him your email and say or something like that. But you send that address to me. I'll take care of the mail, Robert.
Perfect.
Make sure. Okay. Peppy.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two.
Right. Number one in the draft, Adam Schefter's hoodie.
Shedeur Sanders. Let's get into this because this was the fucking story of the goddamn draft. He falls to 144th. He finally is selected by the Cleveland Browns. What happened in your opinion? I've got a very, very strong, and I'm telling you, I'm right. But I have my own Davey Mac conspiracy theory. Unless you want to hear mine first, whatever you want to.
No,
do.
I'll fucking jump head first in the lake of Sanders. Okay, I'm gonna dunk my head in a big old bucket of sand. This is what happened. All these things started coming out like a week before the draft of like, oh, Sanders is a bad interview, blah blah blah. And I saw like a really long piece come out yesterday, like a giant multi-paragraph explanation and like essentially roasting of Shedeur Sanders. Yeah. So during like day one and day two, I figured like, oh, this is a fuck you to Deion Sanders. It's like the league was like, fuck this guy. He's too much of a fucking problem. Wherever this kid goes, Deion comes with him and he's gonna make our life a living hell. But now after that, which who knows if that piece is true or not, but let's say it is. Let's say I'm believing it. seems like Shedeur Sanders is just too much of a head case asshole, and they were like, fuck this. I mean, look, the Browns drafted another quarterback before Shedeur Sanders. They have like 3 backup quarterbacks plus Deshaun Watson plus their starter Joe Flacco. Like it's a fantastic shit show. It's very entertaining. Also, the Sanders boys will be fine.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The Sanders boys are going to be just fine. Okay, I'm agreeing with you, but I have a layered quote.
Give it a minute.
Here's the quote. It's from an anonymous coach in the NFL. When talking about Shedeur Sanders and his interview, this anonymous coach said, quote, "He's so entitled. He takes unnecessary sacks. He never plays on time. He has horrible body language. He blames teammates. But the biggest thing is he's not that good." Close quote. So I then leaned right over and told Stanley Mac, I am a New York Football Giants fan. I have watched press conference after press conference. That motherfucker is Brian Dable.
Oh, shit. Oh,
No
I love it.
Question
I love it.
about it. Brian Dable is the guy shit-talking Shedeur Sanders. And because the Giants still somehow, because of the Mara family, goes back to the 30s, somehow the Giants, the franchise is listened to by other owners and general managers.
They're like old school. They're like, there's obviously tiers within the owners,
Yeah.
right? Like the Jerry's at the top, I would assume, maybe not so much anymore. It's probably falling a little bit. But yeah, the Maras and the Steelers owners, they're the
Rooney's.
ones, the old, the Rooney's. They're like the old guard. Like they're
Right.
like,
So there's a respect about that. And once we get fucking, that quote sounded so much like Brian Dable, it's not even funny.
I love this.
Guess
theory.
what happened yesterday? ESPN confirmed that Shedeur Sanders had a nightmare of an interview with the Giants.
Oh shit! I didn't read that. Oh, you nailed it, dude.
Hold on. There's more. Oh, Todd McShay said it was Dable. Thank you, Galactic Wrestling Federation, who said Sanders blew his interview. So I was outside. I was telling Stanley, man, that quote is Dable. Absolutely. He just fucking ruined this kid's bank account by that shit. Now, hold on. Did you hear last night, before he got picked by the Browns, Shedeur Sanders got prank call?
Yes.
Yeah, someone pranked him and said like you've been drafted by whoever, right?
Brother. This is where the story gets crazy. Jackson Dart went to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Giants select Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
The prank call happened from Ole Miss. And one other thing, Joe Shane, Giants general manager's daughter, goes to Ole Miss. Because people are saying, how the fuck did these frat boys at Ole Miss get Shedeur Sanders' private cell phone number?
Yeah, only like coaching staff and shit will let that.
It was Joe Shane's daughter.
Oh.
100% that gave it. 100% Joe Shane's daughter gave those frat boys Shedeur Sanders, got it from her dad's phone or somehow was going.
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So the fucking Giants organization are destroying this kid. I mean, at some point, I actually feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him since, he's going to be fine. He's going to be okay.
I know, but I mean, this is getting crazy.
But the fact that let's say this is true, right? Let's live in this world. This is 100% true. It was the Shane's kid. The fact that since Tom Coughlin left that organization, the clown show that it has become, it is a nonstop, like embarrassing fucking like
it is.
It's like almost Jaguars level of mismanagement from ownership and ownership on down, right? Of like the front office just not knowing what they're doing at all, because it's as bad as the Jets. The Giants are lucky because they have the Jets to eat a bunch of shit in like the New York media. But this is fucking ridiculous.
The Giants are the weirdest organization in the history of sports, because as we speak, the Giants are in the top 6 in all-time Super Bowls. Okay, so the Giants have 4. That puts them with the Packers and the Chiefs. at 4 each. And then you have obviously the Cowboys and 49ers with 5, and then the Steelers and Patriots with 6. But the point is the Giants would be considered an elite organization with the 4 Super Bowls. But it's like they'll get a good team that will get 2 Super Bowls in 4 years, and then for the rest of existence, they'll be fucking terrible. And 100%, it is a clown show, and it's because John Mara is weak. And we found this out from day one, as you say, when Tom Coughlin left and they got Ben McAdoo. And Eli Manning at the time has 140-something consecutive game streak.
Yeah.
And he sits him down for pre-Pro Bowl Geno Smith, young interception machine Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And after that, Eli did like another 50 or something games in a row.
It was just one game.
And if this moron didn't sit him, Eli could have had a chance to become the Iron Man. And then he's absolutely being stamped into the Hall of Fame in the first ballot.
First ballot, yeah, which I think he should have been first ballot anyway, but whatever.
Giants fans would remember that information leaked out on Monday that the Giants were going to be sitting Eli and going with Jim. And the fans went ballistic, called Mike and the Mad Dog, who did everything. He said, you cannot fucking bench Eli Manning. He's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Mara did nothing. That told me he's weak, and he is. He's weak. Because I don't understand how, on one hand, you just allowed these guys to select the quarterback. So what? They're building for the future. But then Mara said they have to win this season or they're getting fired. Mixed signals. What are we doing? I mean,
no, that's 100% not a way to have a plan for the future because, all right, let's say they drafted, not say they did. They drafted Dart. Dable and Shane are most likely going to get shit canned either in season or at the end of the season. I mean,
they can't do another 5-12, 6-11, 7-10 season. Otherwise, Mara said they're gone.
And to Dable's skills, how hard was it really to get a guy like Josh Allen to be a great quarterback?
Right. I could coach Josh Allen.
6'7". He's a literal tank of a human being and a giant freak arm.
Right.
I know. Work on your footwork, dog. All right. Okay. All right. Now you're rushing for fucking 1,000 yards and throwing for another 5,000. That's it. Dable just wants the white guys to run, white quarterbacks to run. That's what he did to Danny Jones. Oh, can I read the other quote? So this came out yesterday after the after he was drafted. This says this is from an executive, again, anonymous. All right. My prediction is, so he trashes the shit out of him, and then he ends his piece with, my prediction is, this is Shedeur Sanders, he'll be a backup and end up another Johnny Manziel. If there's one person to blame for this, it's his father, who still hasn't learned anything at 57 years old, walked into Jackson State, then Colorado, and this is kind of dancing around like MC Hammer, trying to put the spotlight on himself during pregames and halftimes. He's a total jerk-off.
Are these guys frozen in 1992? Everything that they just tried to put on Dion, that happened fucking 30 years ago when he was on the Falcons.
Yeah, this is 90s shit.
This is insanely weird shit.
So I think
who leaked Gruden's emails again?
No shit. So I think a small slice of this pie was actually a little bit of fuck you, Dion, too. At least if this quote is true.
I'm perplexed by that because all Dion did was, bring eyeballs. All Dion did was become a major star, basically a transcendent star. He then goes from there where he becomes one of the best analysts on the, on television for the NFL Network. And I think he worked a little bit at ESPN and then NFL Network. He then goes from there to being a successful coach. I mean, he doesn't win national championships, but he wins. He wins in college. And by the way, if Dion is so rotten, then how about Travis fucking Hunter? I mean, it's not like that guy turned out to be, some piece of God. He goes, third or second overall.
Second overall.
I don't get this Dion hate. I really don't. I mean,
well, I know he did get Shedeur's number retired after winning.
I mean, some of that is funny to me.
That's pretty funny.
You think that's bad?
I mean, whatever, if the Shedeur goes out there, but you're right.
Also, it's who cares if a college retires a number? Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Now, the other thing.
Wait. Before you move on from Shedeur, it's
Yeah.
got to be noted the night before Andrew Berry, the general manager for the Browns, came out and was like, Shedeur's a good athlete. He's a good quarterback. You know, just sometimes you have to look at your system and see if he fits. And we didn't think that would be the case here. Then he drafted them in the next round. That's not going to be a good situation.
They've never thought about a system or anything fitting in Cleveland.
Yeah,
No.
they suck. And I'll tell you something else, Robert. You know what the Browns did? You broke a young man called The Miz. You broke his heart because The Miz, yes, he had a Browns Travis Hunter jersey made for himself. The Miz of WWE fame is a Cleveland native and a Cleveland Browns fan. And he was
so it's not like a work. He's actually a Cleveland fan.
Well, but I mean, how come the Browns didn't choose Travis Hunter? Why? What was that all about?
I like to think they did the right thing there, Dave. And what they did is they looked at a generational talent and went, we cannot ruin this player. We have to let him go to a team where he has a chance.
Now, the other guy who's freaking out about Shedeur Sanders, especially on Friday night, was Mel Kiper.
Oh, God.
And at one point, he was arguing with himself, and Louis Riddick and Reese Davis had to consistently say, no one's arguing with you, Mel. But he's like, I don't understand. I had Shedeur Sanders no less than 26. He should have been a first-round pick. He should have been a high first-round pick. And everyone's like, we're agreeing with you, Mel. And he's like, no, Reese, you don't understand, Reese. Shedeur needed to be selected. I know, Mel. Mel, no one's arguing with you. Shut up, Louis Riddick.
Does Kiper do anything besides mock draft all year long? Fucking
this is
asshole.
He invented this. Let's
Did
be
he really?
honest.
Did he really?
Well, he's the godfather of the draft. He was in on the first or second ESPN broadcast, 83, 84. Mel Kiper's there. So he's been doing it for like 40, and he's been like the ESPN guy.
Well, I got to actually correct you guys. You know, it's Mel Kiper Jr., right?
It's true.
His dad actually did a bunch of mock drafts during Korea and Vietnam.
Wow, he must have been getting post from back home. Like, oh, wow, looks like...
There's a great clip online where Mel Kiper is shitting all over the Colts. And he wanted... You look it up. He goes, it's Mel... You don't have to do it now. This is for the people at home. Google Mel Kiper, Trent Dilfer, Colts. He was so into Trent Dilfer, and he's like, and for the Colts to pass up on Trent Dilfer, that's why they're picking second year in and year out in the NFL draft. And then the Colts general manager's like, who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is Mel Kiper? Like,
why am I eating shit from this?
But this general manager is literally like, it's not Bill Polian, who would later be the Colts GM. So it was whoever was before Bill Polian. But he's just like, I don't even know who this Mel Kiper person is. Seriously. No, I'm actually asking you people.
Yeah. Back then, yeah. It's like, what? I just I think about football all day long. I don't need people on my dick. You know how hard this is? This is like this is literally playing roulette with human beings.
I know.
And they expect me to be right most of the time. Fuck you.
No,
it's truly my dislike of Mel Kiper that makes me be a Browns fan, because literally every year, who torpedoes his mock draft but the Cleveland Browns? Nobody saw them trading away the second pick to draft two quarterbacks.
Well, they also got a shitload of picks, though. Like, it wasn't a terrible move.
No, it was. I mean, but if I'm the Cleveland Browns, there is something to be excited to get that player who is a fantastic two-way player, and that excites a fan base. And it's amazing, these general managers. And I see it all throughout sports. Whether it's Joe Shane with the Giants, whether it's Brian Cashman with the Yankees, whether it's Nico Harrison of the Dallas Mavericks. They never understand the fan base, and that is part of their job. Yes, winning is the bottom line, but you have to be aware of the entertainment, the star power. What?
Winning.
Charlie Sheen?
Tiger blood.
And he played for the Cleveland Indians in Major League. Well done.
Everything's connected.
2010's calling. They want their Charlie Sheen reference back. Remember when people used to do that?
Winning.
Hey, Dave, 2004's calling. They want your stupid phone fucking joke back.
It's good.
Right?
It's good.
Yeah. That's good. That's like Bros Before Hoes, one of the great sketches of all time.
Bro.
So the Giants get Abdul Carter, which I'm excited about, and then he immediately, this fucking maniac says, I want to wear number 56. Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
And LT says, hey, I'm looking forward to watching Abdul Carter next year. He will not be getting 56.
He took a big fucking hit of rock and just was chilling.
Well, that's my point. I'm like, Abdul, you do realize, you're going to have to cough up, I'll say $8 to $10 million to Lawrence, but he will sell you that number. He's not going to give you that number, but LT probably does have some crack to buy.
Is Abdul going to drag Belichick from his young girlfriend to come back and to be the DC of the Giants too? Because that might help.
I love it. I thought that was fantastic. Oh, Steelers. So they passed up on Shedeur. Now, they in the 6th round, they got Ohio State quarterback Will Howard. But the whole rumor is they're still waiting for Aaron Rodgers to sign. Big mistake in my
What I saw was they were going to know what Rodgers was doing pre-draft. And so the theory is they know they have Rodgers. So they're like, we're not going to take Sanders. We have another crazy asshole to fucking work with.
That kind of makes sense.
Right? I mean, that's the theory. Obviously, who knows if it's true or not. The Steelers are very bad. The last time they drafted a good quarterback, obviously won 2 rings. That was Roethlisberger. But again, since Roethlisberger, much like Eli, right? Ever since that fucking 2000 stud fucking goes away, it turns into shit town.
Oh, 100%. 100%. You have to be, as a general manager, somewhat aware of your fan base. It was the same thing with Joe Shane letting Saquon Barkley get out of there because he wanted to pinch pennies. And I'm like, Saquon's the most important player on the entire team, bozo. If you let him go to the Eagles, they will win the fucking Super Bowl. I said it before the season last year, and that's exactly what happened.
I will say this, though. Saquon would have had a middling season because obviously the O-line plays vastly different between the Eagles and the Giants. But Tyrone Tracy Jr. put up about the same amount of yards that Saquon would have done. Tyrone Tracy Jr. ain't bad. I think you should be happy to have him.
Rookie year, Saquon, with that same shitty offensive line that the Giants have been plagued with by the past 10 years.
Yeah, it's a totally different line. It was one bad line after another, but it's all different dudes. But I'm saying, it's comparables. What I'm saying,
Saquon's rookie year, he had 2,000 all-purpose yards. He had over 1,200 something yards rushing and then whatever receiving.
You ever watch Hard Knocks, bro? I'm going somewhere with this.
Of course I watch Hard Knocks. How insulting.
You know, like when they do this is really cool when athletes do this, when they do like the rookie talent show or whatever, they all do it, right? You know what I mean? If I was a rookie, let's say I was like a rookie defensive end. Let's say I was an edge rusher, right? And they bring me in. I'm like, we're all right. This is my talent. We're all going to play a game. I call it Ookie Rookie. And you're all going to fucking start masturbating towards my face. Whoever comes last has to eat it all up.
It's so sad that former Ron and Fez producer Anthony Pizzatola, who we refer to as Pizzy, represents the New York Giants fan base, of which I'm a part of, as the inventor of the Ookie Cookie game, which is disgusting that his Long Island friends would even.
Well, I just invented Ookie Rookie.
Isn't that what Michael Sam did? And then was like, "Why are you guys bullying me so much?"
Hold on, someone's here for a talent show. I have to let him in. Real quick. Hold on.
What is this, Bobby? What is this? What's going on now?
I think we're getting the rider, maybe.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's your favorite, Chris.
Orange head, Chris.
I'm
your favorite, right, you motherfucker?
Why are you mean to me?
Hey, Chris, I liked your comment.
It's Sunday at 12:45.
Hey, Chris, I liked your idea about Ookie Rookie.
Do you?
Let's do it right now together.
Don't. This is on stream. This is
Come on.
You're gonna get reported.
Well, no one can see you below the belt, Chris. You could at least try.
I'm doing it right now, Chris.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not.
Do it, Chris.
I'm not playing Ookie Rookie. None of us are rookies.
Chris.
Stop it.
Orange head loves an Ookie Rookie. Orange head loves a peppy comet. You want to see me do a trick, Chris?
No, okay.
I'm going to make this bottle of hot sauce, Ricky's hot sauce, signed by Billy Mitchell himself, Chris. I'm going to make this bottle disappear. It's going to be a magic trick, okay?
Okay. What's magical? Okay. You're just fucking yourself in the ass with the hot sauce.
No more.
Where'd it
No
go,
more
Chris?
hot sauce bottle, Chris.
It's inside.
Although my rectum's getting a little warm.
We've seen this one before.
Oh, yeah. This is like a sequel. Where's Jay Moore when you need him?
Orange Head's butthole isn't very absorbent, is it?
No. It's
Bye, everybody.
Bye. What's the origin of Orange Head?
Bye.
All right, but please go. Bye. Please. It's disturbing.
It's like a Carrot Top if things didn't work out.
Gotcha. Stop. That's terrifying.
Oh, no, he's back. He's back.
Goodbye, Chris.
But no, I'm not doing butt stuff with you. Or Ookie Rookie. Okay, all right, now he's crawling on the dogs.
The dog's involved. That's not.
This isn't.
Bye, Chris. Seriously,
Right,
I'm out of here this time.
Bye, Orange Head.
Goodbye.
Bye. I just want to talk about the draft.
Chris, I love to fart.
Well, you're going to have to with all that hot sauce in your butthole. Dave.
I apologize.
Dave, did you like when Rory won the Masters? This is a few weeks ago, but did you like that shit?
Fucking loved it. I watched that shit. I thought that guy was.
Did you think he was going to choke?
Oh, when
he did choke. He choked like 4 times in the back 9.
He literally choked on the 18th hole. He misses a 5-foot putt, and I'm going. That's it. Little choke boy has reared his ugly head again.
Yeah, and this Brit is going to, this random fucking middle-aged Brit's going to fucking take this from this poor bastard. He's been trying for like 11 years. By the way, I didn't understand. I learned at the beginning of the Masters, so I started playing golf like a year ago. So like now I started watching golf.
Wait, you?
Yeah.
You're playing golf.
Yeah.
It's the only sport you can do while getting pissed drunk, Dave.
You can do a lot of
I'm
sports,
fascinated by this, Chris. I'm actually so fascinated. I'm taking off my Freddy Krueger. I don't know how it got here. I literally don't even know how it's on my hand. Again, sometimes if I don't shower, things just pop up and weird shit happens like this. I'm going to remove the Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger looking motherfucker.
You're playing golf. Where do you? This is the most fascinating revelation you've ever said in my life.
It's fascinating to me. I never thought I'd be a golf bro, but I fucking.
Where are you golfing?
The Jacob Reese pitch and putt. It's a par 3. It's fucking.
Oh, fuck you! Did you just say pitch and putt, Robert?
He said it's a pitch and putt. It's short holes.
Yeah.
That's not golf.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not on fucking at Augusta or whatever every day.
No, but I mean, if you
hit an 18, I'm sorry, Dave. Know what you are? You're a fucking gatekeeping piece of shit. I have a hobby that I enjoy, gets me out crushing beers at around 8 a.m. And then you want to take that away from me by making me feel bad. No, you're not going to do this to me, dude.
You're not. Play a round of golf with a wedge and a putter. You need actual clubs to play a round of golf.
I got a 7-iron too, baby.
How far are these fucking holes? I was so excited.
It's insane, but it's like the first hole is 35 yards. It's hysterical.
This isn't fucking golf. He has the audacity to tell me this is golf.
Oh, the gatekeeper's talking again, making everyone not have fun and enjoy their lives, huh?
I like pitch and putt.
What should I do instead? What should I do instead? Should I go jack off on a rookie's face?
Yeah. Scott Walker's got the right point. We're missing a huge opportunity here. The John Daly of short holes.
All right, now hold on.
We need to make a documentary. Chris needs to go out there barefoot.
Hold on. I have a pitch and putt near my house. I would love to challenge you. But again.
Oh, no, I'm not challenging him. I'm terrible. I'm not fucking in a place where I'm not good. I'm fucking horrible.
Where is this fucking bullshit?
I'm not bragging about being a golfer. I'm just saying I've learned.
Where is it?
I just told you, asshole. Jacob Reese fucking Beach.
No, I don't know what that is. Is that in New York?
You fucking. Yes, it's in New York. The Rockaways.
I don't fucking know where I'm from Jersey Shore.
You lived here for fucking decades.
I didn't go to the beach there. I went to the beach at the Jersey Shore.
You love the beach.
Pepper.
Yes.
The thing that's bothering me the most, Devin fucking Williams, the Yankees closer that Brian Cashman just gave millions and millions of dollars to.
This is quite a pivot.
10 appearances this year. His ERA is over 11.
Wait, how much is he getting paid again? Tell me again how much he's getting paid. I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, Robert looked that up, but I thought it was at least 15 million.
Jesus Christ. His ERA is terrible.
I mean, he's getting premier closer money. He's a closer, and that's how he's getting paid. But this stooge hasn't looked good in one outing. Even the 1 or 2 times he actually got saves, but every other outing's been a disaster. He is blowing saves and losing games for the Yankees. What the hell? Another bad Brian Cashman signing that, again, we link back to overthinking. We had this problem last year with Clay Holmes. They found their closer in Luke Weaver, who was sensational in the second half of the season and the postseason. Meanwhile, last year, Devin Williams in the postseason for the Milwaukee Brewers gives up a game-ending home run to Pete Alonso. So last year postseason, he choked. Our guy, Luke Weaver, was great, and yet we have now demoted Luke back to the 8th inning, went out and spent money on this stooge. He's horrible. Stop overthinking yourselves. The old adage, when you strike oil, stop digging. You have Luke Weaver. Put him back in as the closer.
He's the cash man.
Because he's the cash man.
He loves to trade him. He loves to overpay him.
Oh, you're doing this.
He's the cash man.
Because he's a cash man. He loves to fuck it. He loves to suck it. He loves Gallo. He loves Luke Donald. He loves the shitty. He got it, Williams. He's such a pity because he's a cash man. Yeah, I'm a cash man.
And when it really hits, it's best.
But this is my point. He is the Joey Gallo of pitchers. And Cashman did it again. You didn't need this person. Luke Weaver's established himself now.
Look, it's obvious the fucking Steinbrenner son just doesn't care. Like, he's like, this is a headache. I just want to be like a rich dude and not have to worry about this. So Cashman, it's your team. Do whatever you want. I don't care. We're going to make money regardless. That's where it's at, dude. That's where it's at. George died and the shit went to fucktown.
I'm literally living that nightmare with 2 of my teams where the sons, Hal and John, weren't nearly as strong as the fathers, George and Wellington. And then you got 2 goddamn brain-dead general managers who think they're smarter than the game in Joe Shane and Brian Cashman. This is insane. It's a double nightmare.
Well, on the football side, obviously they did the preseason Hard Knocks last year. You see that these guys aren't any objectively smarter than anyone else. And it is like, it is a nepo thing within the NFL. Like the sons of coaches, the sons of executives, et cetera, they get the opportunities, big time, high pressure opportunities. And you see, like, you pull a guy off the street, it's probably not going to do that much worse than these guys who just have the access. You know what I mean? And
I agree. I fucking agree. And this is why I say these GMs are overthinking. I want to get to basketball, and then we got to get out of here. Everyone said Chris has a hard out.
And a hard on. I'm bricked up right now.
Where are you going after the show? I'd like to know. You going back to the pitch and putt?
He's got to get 18 in.
I got it. I'm only gonna get 9 in. You know what I mean? With this weather,
you have to make reservations for your shitty little fucking mini golf course?
Gatekeeper, why don't you shut your fucking mouth, huh? I'm sorry, you're in Scotland, fucking hitting 18, sucking off a guy in a kilt all day long.
First of all,
you're not gonna shame me, dick.
I have. By the way, I got this hat in fucking goddamn Ireland and Scotland when I went golfing there.
Oh, cool dude alert.
Wasn't some fucking Rockaway goddamn drug-infested fucking pitch and putt where there's goddamn syringes all over the fucking bushes.
You know who else they said this about, Pepper? They said the same thing about Serena and Venus Williams. They were like, look, they're from Harlem. They don't get to play on real tennis courts. They're never going to be anything. And what did they become? The 2 greatest women tennis players of all time.
And maybe there are syringes on the course. Maybe there's a family of cats living between the 9th and 10th hole. Maybe there is. But you know what? It has heart. And I call it the lab, actually. I say I'm about getting the lab. That's what I tell my girlfriend. Hey, head out to the lab tonight. Gonna do 18 in the lab.
The fucking legend of Pepper Vance talking to us right now.
That's right.
Yeah, and let's see fucking Mr. Chokes a lot, Rory McIlroy putt while he's dealing with a family of rabid cats behind him.
I love
you see at the Masters.
Before we get to the NBA, so I just want to say I had no idea Rory was a giant choke artist. I just watched the first time I ever watched the Masters. I was like, oh shit, I'm rooting for this guy.
Well, so his story is that he was on Tiger's pace. He won 4 majors.
So when he was young, he was just banging them out, right?
Yeah, by the age of 25, he's won 4, and it was the same amount that Tiger had. And everyone's like, holy shit, this guy's going to be winning at least like 15 majors. And he goes a decade without winning another major, but also has choke jobs all over the place. Last year at the U.S. Open.
I heard about that,
yeah. Fucking stooge. But I was happy that he got past that, got number 5.
Great.
Career. On the episode before, Dave did call. You said you thought Roy was going to choke, and he did. The only thing you got a little wrong was you said the English guy was going to choke too, but he ultimately did too. So it was almost like you
Dustin
were two with your predictions.
I got my prediction correct because I said that Rory's going to win, but I did say he was going to choke. So that was actually a phenomenal prediction. But
really good.
Let me get to this NBA here.
Quick.
The Knicks play today. Okay, they're playing the Pistons. I don't know if you've watched this series. I sure should have. Every game has been phenomenal. Every game.
This series and the Clippers series have been fucking great. Like really exciting and fun. And I think that I think it's going to go to 7 with the Knicks. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it can go either way because it's been so tight. Like, and their guys are playing too many minutes. As was the problem last season.
If they can win today. All right. Obviously, they're going to have a great chance. But, yeah, Detroit has played fucking great.
Cunningham's a dog.
There was actually a bit of a music sports crossover with that series, Dave. Did you see what Sully Erna said?
No.
He's famously the drummer for Godsmack, who wrote the song Crying Like a Bitch. And said if he wrote it in 2025, he would call it Crying Like a Cat because somehow Karl Anthony Towns embodies that word more.
I love Cat. I don't care. People fucking hate on Cat. Fuck that. Cat's the man.
He does. Not me.
You know what, Chris? You are the type of guy who would love Cat.
No. Not me.
Go play your short.
Robert is the guy who fucking does it week in and week out. He doesn't watch the Knicks. He doesn't watch this big boy get us 25 and goddamn 12 every single night and has really improved his defense to the point where he's blocking shots right now.
How about that second half where he didn't score any points and they ended up losing?
If I were Karl Anthony Towns,
2 games ago, dummy.
I'd just be blasting Catman-Do all the time. The Catman-Do, you know what I mean? I would yell that in people's faces. Catman-Do, motherfucker.
My literal least favorite goddamn Bob Seger song, because I'm actually a mild Bob Seger fan, but I love
how could you not be a Seger head?
Against the wind, have been running against the wind.
Time to lock and load.
But Catman-Do is the worst song ever recorded.
Doesn't have to be good. I just want Cat to fucking yell that at people's faces if he like dunks or hits a 3.
I think it's time for the Knicks to turn the page on Karl Anthony Towns.
Boo.
Also, Lakers versus Timberwolves with Minnesota up 2-1.
Give me T-Wolves all day.
Magic versus Celtics with Boston up 2-1. Celtics are going to wrap that up, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a gentleman's sweep.
Indiana versus Bucks with the Pacers up 2-1.
I need the Bucks to win one more game because I took them for the series plus 2.5. So I don't think they could do it. Damian Lillard was like 2 for 12 or some shit the games that they won. I mean, obviously he's rusty, beat up and old, but whatever.
Chris,
give me the Pacers.
All right. So those are our NBA picks. So we did all the big 3 sports that I wanted to cover. We have exactly 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
What I would do is I'd like to give you some of the roast of WrestleMania jokes and see if you're offended by any of these. Okay. We got our sources got our hands on the telescript of the roast of WrestleMania hosted by Tony Hinchcliffe, starring many wrestlers, and they're not going to be releasing this.
The 60 seconds are up, by the way. I need to go.
Okay, quick. Jinder Mahal wasn't at WrestleMania because he was having a midlife ISIS.
It's good wordplay. It's good.
Jacob Fatu became U.S. champion, which is crazy because if the president of the U.S. was with Jacob, he would deport him to El Salvador.
Boom, roasted.
That wasn't so good. CM Punk is straight edge from drugs, alcohol, and winning at WrestleMania.
It's all predetermined. It's not his fucking fault.
Nia Jax is she's a large lady wrestler. She's into BDSM. Her safety words are down, set, hut. Like she's a center, Chris, for a football team.
I mean, wrestlers, every one of these guys should have a special.
I said Nia Jax's name 3 times and my crock pot came on.
That's very funny.
And then last
Hurtful,
one, Chris. And then we'll be wrapping this up. It's 420, a day of celebration for pot smokers and Christians. It's also Hitler's birthday, so that's probably a celebration for Gunther. That's the German wrestler.
Oh God.
These are horrible jokes, by the way. Like so poorly. Like who? What the fuck?
Even worse delivered. You know what I mean? Fucking wrestlers all hammered.
I'm kind of sick of roasts in general.
More roasts. More of them. I have to go. I'm sorry.
I know, Chris. Thank you so much.
I love you.
And enjoy the golf today, baby. I want to see you 5 under par, Daddy. Okay. Hey, tune into Bennington. Tune into on SiriusXM Satellite Radio. Tune into High Society Radio.
YouTube.
On YouTube. Chris, quick, Robert, quick plug.
May 14th, Naples, Florida. May 15th, Key West with Aaron Berg. Come check it out.
Davey Mac, over and out. Chris Pepper, Stanley, thank you as always, buddy.
Peace.
Robert, thank you. East Side Davidians out there, thank you. And we will talk to you later.
Bye.